In the first of the three components to the Asher Yatzar bracha, we have two verbs. The first, Yatzar, and the second, bara. Shorish of the Yatzar are the three letters Yud Tzadik Resh. Translation is to form, to fashion, to shape, while the Shorish of the word bara are the three letters Bet Resh Aleph, to create. Before putting together a translation, it is worth noting that the couplet of Yud Tzadik Resh and Beit Resh Aleph can be found in the bracha that immediately follows the Baruch Hu of the Shacharit Tefillah. Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam, Yatzar or uvorei choshech, where the subject of or and choshech, light and darkness, are linked to these two verbs. We also have the couplet of these two verbs in the Kabbalistic system of the four worlds. The parallel world closest to Atzilut is Bria. The world below Bria is Yetzira. Note that Bria and Yetzira have the Beit Resh Aleph and Yud Tzadik Resh Shoreshim respectively. And finally, the statement that Kadosh Baruch Hu has Yatzar et ha'adam b'chachma harkens back to a pasuk in Bereshit 2:7. When we come to the final stage of the creative process, the creation of man, the pasuk informs us that Vayitzar Hashem Elokim et ha'adam afar min ha'adama, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu formed the Adam using the afar, the dust, min ha'adama, from the ground. A process, according to the author of the Asher Yatzar bracha, that was done b'chachma, with wisdom and with foresight. Within that Adam, there were Nekavim and Chalulim. Nekavim and Chalulim are nouns. Firstly, Nekavim as a noun is built around the Nun Kuf Bet Shoresh, a Shoresh that has three very different translations, each of which, on the surface at least, have no commonality. Nun Kuf Bet, to pierce, to bore, to perforate, Nun Kuf Bet, to designate, to distinguish, to specify, and Nun Kuf Bet, to curse or to blaspheme. We shall be using the pierce, boring, to perforate option for Nun Kuf Bet. For the Chalulim, there is the Chet Lamed Shoresh. In this case, links can be drawn with the five translations. To profane, as in a Chilul Hashem, similar to desecrate, to pollute, to defile. The third vaguely connected, to redeem, or to make common something that had previously been kadosh. To begin, and the translation of Chet Lamed Lamed, most applicable to the bracha of Asher Yatzar, is to hollow out or to make empty. For Nekavim, the translations that I refer to are for orifices, openings, while for Chalulim, we have something akin to open vessels, cavities in one set of translation, passages in another, and vessels in a third. It is highly unlikely that whoever composed the Asher Yatzar bracha understood the body as we do today. How the Nekavim, Chalulim translates into the components of a human body today would be anybody's guess. Insofar as the translation, all that we can do today is to translate the words literally. That is, Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam. We communicate directly to HaKadosh Baruch Hu that you, God, is a Lord and a King over the world. Asher, who has Yatzar et ha'adam, formed the human being, b'chachma, with wisdom, on a number of levels, and ba, within him, bara, he, God, has created nekavim, orifices, and chalulim, and cavities. Four words that nowadays would encompass the entire nervous system emanating from the brain, the entire vascular system that pumps oxygenated blood to every organ in the body, the vascular system of delivering oxygen to the heart, the ability to filter out and dispose of impurities, that, if left in the body, would cause death within a week. And finally, the ability to procreate an exact replica in conjunction with a female counterpart through the DNA. Which brings us to the second part of the Asher Yatzar bracha.